Let's do it. All right, folks. MCU'S Bleeding Edge, YouTube channel and podcast in the house. Andre's pop culture guy. Cyber, you can just say whatever you want to say about that. I don't really have any words.
Yes, say something.
Performance
I
from
dare you.
from a night.
The echo is gonna drive me crazy, bro. You gotta turn off put the headphones on.
Oh, the echo?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. It was echo cancellation.
Oh, there we go.
I apologize, guys. Anyways, folks, we're here at the MCU'S Bleeding Edge tonight to do another one of our DC animated film reviews in our DC animated film review series. It happens to be Justice League Doom. I am Jeff S., aka TrueKnowledge, creator, humbled to be co-host of this outfit, with co-host Cyberneticshark, veteran YouTuber, veteran content creator, former Rizzler, just like me. That's where we met and fell in love. At the Rizzle Massage Parlor. And we're here to play a drinking game and get fucked up and review a movie. And I don't know what this guy's here for, to be honest with you. You threw me off there, Andres. I was going to ask you about I forgot like how we figured out your relationship with that chick from that Dr. Phil skit, the Pocahontas chick. But that is basically Andre's opening music that I like to play for him on the Monday shows.
No, my theme is the Japanese Spider-Man Pixar theme. That's my theme because that's totally me.
You should totally join one of those adult sites, bro, like Adult Friend Finder or some shit or whatever, whatnot, or FetLife, and start going to some of those events and shit with that whole outfit with the shit.
No, folks. Hello, everyone. This is Andreas, 12 Country Guy. I'm Batman for real, and so these guys cannot get into the spirit of DC animation review, and so that's what I'm here for. I'm excited. This is probably my personal favorite DC film of all time.
You said that 7 times now.
No, one time. If
Batman Andres is Batman, I'm Lex fucking Luthor.
Cyber, how many times has Andres now said, literally in a year, or whatever, whatnot, that like that like every other DC animated film we review is this fucking number 1 or number 2 best favorite one?
Never.
Let's see, at least a couple times now.
I'm talking about more than multiple times.
No, it's like 3 times. Like
you've done it like the last 2 weeks. Cyber knows what I'm talking about.
In Justice League New Frontier, in Batman Under the Red Hood.
You do it across the board. You do that shit with regular movies too. Like every other fucking movie review is like your top 5. Anyways, Andreas, I already told you, brother, if you just warn me before the show, I'll wear some crazy head, I don't know, eyes wide shut gear too. You said let me know. But thank you for coming out, Andres, with all that team spirit. Folks, before we do the review, we're going to drop this trailer. We have 2 of them. I've never seen them before. Should be really interesting. The movie's pretty solid. Once we finish the trailer, I'm going to go ahead and start off the show, and we'll get after it. But, until then, enjoy this. We appreciate all of you out there for supporting the MCU'S Bleeding Edge. If you're new to us, consider subscribing, following us, liking. If we earn it. Oh, shit. But real quick, let me sneak in Raven from Booze and Chill. Raven, what's up? Okay. Hey, you know what? Appreciate the enthusiasm, bro. Booze and Chill in the house, baby. What's up? What's good? All right. Let me drop the trailer. Batlord. Oh, man. Here we go.
Thank you, Booze. True. See, he respects me. I should join his channel.
I thought we were going to get our first drinking opportunity with that, folks, the drinking game. And Cyber, I guess probably, you know what? You should lay it out real quick and whatnot before they play the trailer. So I've been taking over here. Lay out the rules to the game real quick and whatnot, and the premise and whatnot, and I'll drop the trailer. You're muted, sir. It was probably Batlord fucked you up.
Probably. Anyways, yes, we are bringing a new addition to the Bleeding Edge for you guys. We're going to be introducing a drinking game into the Bleeding Edge for you guys. Thought it'd be fun to just add this and give you guys a little more fun with us. So every podcast, we will be doing a special drink. One of us will be choosing a drink. Tonight's drink of choice we're going to be trying is Voodoo Ranger. I particularly said Fruit Force, but my colleague decided to get a variety pack, which was pretty funny. But anyways, so we're going to be doing a drinking challenge. So every time a certain word is said, we're going to have to take a slug of our drink. Now, we're going to do a different word every episode for you guys. So tonight's word of the day is between Time Cop and Time Lord. So, Booze and Chill, Mr. Raymond, thankfully he said Bat Lord, not the other one. So we haven't had to take a swig yet. But one of the great things about this drinking game is that as we drink, we'll probably get a little sloppy with you guys. So enjoy. Have fun watching us get crazy and all that kind of stuff. And so we thought we'd bring a little extra fun to the Bleeding Edge style. And FYI, this is 9.5 alcohol volume on this beer. So wait for it, people.
Wow, Cyber. I didn't even know that. Well, that totally changes my opinion on it now. Holy fuck. I feel totally different about it. I had no idea it was that high of an alcohol content beer. Well, whatever. Anyways, Andres, I guess you have another title, brother. You're not Bat Lord, brother. So add another one to your list.
Bat Lord, yes.
It's a good one. I like it.
Yeah, I think we
good
should
job,
stick with
Raymond.
that. Yeah, Raymond, thank you. I think we can stick with that. Bat Lord.
We'll get back to you in a minute, Raymond. I'm gonna hit out the cancellation real quick, guys. We got this trailer. Fuck, let's grab it out. Oh shit.
You each have a personal vendetta against the Justice League. Their deaths would serve my goals. You've all tried and failed to kill members of the League on multiple occasions.
Everybody take what you can and get out!
It's the Justice League.
Say goodnight, Ace.
Savage has foolproof plans for how we can destroy them.
Kryptonite bullet.
I will pay you $100 million after you destroy the Justice League.
Take them down.
Pick a card. Any card.
Before, I broke the bat. Today, I break the man.
Welcome to the Legion of Doom.
Short and sweet. Any thoughts from the panel on the trailer?
Cyber? Solid trailer. I mean, this film, I have to agree with Andres. Out of all the ones we've watched, this one I definitely would have to say is one of my favorites. The animation in it's great. The voice cast is great. But this trailer is just a really good indication of how good this film is. And, while rewatching this trailer, it just made me realize how much I wish Marvel would take a note from these animated films and bring back Marvel to what it was in that first phase. So this is a really great little awesome trailer. So I really enjoyed it.
Andreas? No, you're muted.
Yeah, that was weird. Technology. Anyway, I thought that this trailer was really good. I thought that it didn't spoil anything from the movie, as you see, so which is good. So yeah, I love this movie. I'm excited to talk about it. It's definitely top tier. Plus, last written for Dwayne McDuffie, who sadly passed away. So I think this is his best writing. He's a lot of his work. If you haven't seen his work from Static Shock work, just the animation show. So yeah, I'm excited to talk about this.
Well, just to start right off, before I even do my synopsis or whatever, we get into the intro of the movie. I just want to go ahead and ask you guys. This is going to be a component I'm going to add into all the the shows I moderate myself now. I just want to start off with essentially, if this was your first time, like with Cyber, possibly it could be, like it was with me, time catching this film, Justice League Doom, or if you've seen it, however many times, but more than once, give me your count, right? Your number, and then just tell me what your first impressions were to the best, you could be accurate and remember of how you thought about the film, sort of quasi movie theater style, right? Right after you finish the movie, what your thoughts were. And take your time. I'll start with you, Andres, pop culture guy. Time cop, Time Lord, sir. That's a double drink, Cyber. You never said anything in the rules about some shit about fucking we can't just force ourselves to drink. So drink up, bitch.
Anyway,
The only bitch here is you.
It's not that bad. It's all right. It's not that bad.
All right. Well, anyway,
Andres, did you take a swig of your water?
Yep, you did. We can record it again.
Do you drink it twice? Double swig?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Okay, you better have.
All right, here I'll do a third one.
With his fucking sippy cup with his straw.
Well, it's a Joker mug, by the way. So.
Okay,
my
sir.
name, Andreas.
We're just happy you're participating, sir.
Yes.
So your thoughts? Yeah, any thoughts, sir? What do you think? You heard what the question was.
Yeah. So this is what, third time I saw this. Really great film. I mean, this came out in 2012. They usually premiere these movies in Cartoon Network when I was growing up. If the viewers, our audience are like me and my age, it's usually they premiered these movies in Cartoon Network after they released them in DVD. And I was very surprised. First off, it's based on a great run from Mark Waid called The Title Bible. Great comic book run from Mark Waid from the 90s, the very great Justice League run. And when I heard they were going to adapt this into the animation film here, I was like, okay, this is good. It's going to be written by Dwayne McDuffie. And then the whole Justice League cast is from the TV animation show of Justice League and Justice League Unlimited, which is great. Kevin Conroy is back, Tim Daly, Susan, was it? Oh my God, Exenberg.
I'm gonna go over the characters and the actors and actresses.
Yeah. So the bunch of the cast from the Justice League team are here, except for two. Which is not a big surprise because of the kind of story they're doing. And yeah, I think it's just such a strong. It hasn't lost its flavor. It's such a great, fast-paced action movie with great themes and great questions about the having these plans to stop the Justice League if they got in danger of being mind controlled or whatnot by Batman, which is great. And so I think this movie delivers on that. It's probably one of the best uses of Justice League. Plus, I enjoyed the way they use Cyborg here than really any of the animation films. Because personally, I don't like Cyborg in Justice League. I prefer him to be in Teen Titans. And I mean, I don't know why DC does it. I mean, they changed him in the New 52, and so you see here they're sort of doing that right now. But yeah, I fairly happy with the movie. It hasn't lost its charge. I'm excited to talk about that. Plus, rest in peace, Dwayne McDuffie. He was such a great writer. I'm very happy this is his last project. It's such a big band to send off. He was a great writer who impacted the comics and the DC animation universe. And so I'm excited to talk more about it. And give you some Easter eggs. Some talk about this because this has a big impact in me of Justice League, which you guys don't know. So, but yeah, anyway, that's my thoughts.
Byron, would you like to take the comment section? Can you and whatnot? You wanted to jump in and grab that while I finish doing what I'm doing over here on the computer? Say hi to Cal and whatnot, everything, and see what his deal is with challenging us on this 3-drink bullshit. or he drank 3 of them or whatever shit.
Hello, Kelly. Welcome to the comment section. Thanks for stopping on by. Welcome to the first issue of the Bleeding Edge drinking style, as we like to call it these days. Even Andres is participating in this, but he's only drinking water though. So just give him shit, people. Give him shit for only drinking fucking water. If he was drinking Gatorade or soda or something, I go a different way. But he's drinking fucking water, people. This is bullshit. Anyways, but hello, Kelly.
Even Cal has bigger balls than you.
Yeah, see, apple juice. And yeah. Ramon, sir. Yes, you drank 3 of the Fruit Force when you did a review on it. That's fantastic to know. Probably by the end of this, we will have drunken 3 ourselves. So, Time Cop here isn't drinking anything. So, there we go. Another drink there, boys.
Oh shit! I've already got. Hey, I picked 3 to bring out from the fridge too. So you know what? That must have been my fucking telepathic connection, Raymond. The Bleeding Edge style, telepathy or whatever. Some shit kicking in.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, Ramon was like, Ramon, what he said, he's like, oh shit, Fruit Force, it's one of those lives. Like, yep, it is.
He's coming on. He's coming on to do Texas Chainsaw Massacre with us on Friday.
So that'll be fun. That'll be fun, people. So we're gonna it's gonna be fantastic to have Ramon back on the panel.
Coke, Raven, rum and cokes, baby.
Rum and cokes, people.
I wish you would bring his talented and very attractive wife out of the show, Mr. Booze and Chill. It'd be very nice. She's very nice. I like to watch your content with her and whatnot, everything. You're keeping her away from us. It's not fair. But hey, what's up, Cal? Good to hear from you, hon. Thanks for stopping by. Glad you're drinking apple juice. Very healthy for you. You might have taken your edible already and passed out by the time that you dropped that comment. So, but anyway, so as far as myself goes, this is my first time watching it. Basically, my thoughts on it at the end were that it was, I'd say probably on the ones I forget how many that we've done in number. The DC animated films we reviewed, somewhere around, I don't know what, 15 or something, 15 less than that. I'd say that. What do you think, Cyber? How many?
How many what?
How many have we done now? The DC animated films?
Not nowhere close to 15, sir. Probably maybe 7.
That's
6? It? Yeah.
Okay, damn. I'd say
what the fuck you're smoking.
This is probably top in my top 3, right? I love the Justice League. They're awesome. And they had, like, for me, who the best characters are. What is the fucking safe word?
There is no safe word.
I was about to say, what is this? What was this one of those safe words in drinking games? But so essentially, folks, just real quick, and for you guys in the panel, I'm just going to basically bust off a synopsis off this on Wikipedia real quick, and then off that, right? I'm not going to do a lot of scene by scene too heavily. I'm just going to be very short and very concise, and kind of just highlight the important aspects of the scene into kind of 3 or 4 sections. And then just really try to ask you guys questions and get people in the comment section involved too, and let you fill in any gaps or, like I've asked you before, if there's anything I miss that's important or you find it important when I, come to you, just please put it out there. Take your time. So Justice League Doom was released in 2012. It's an American animated superhero film loosely based on the JLA Tower of Babel, a 2000 comic book storyline by writer Mark Waid that ran in the DC comic series JLA. The film's script was adapted by writer Dwayne McDuffie and is directed by Lauren Montgomery. A standalone sequel to Crisis on 2 Earths, the film uses the same character designs by the lead character designer, Phil Barassa, as well as footage from the film in the opening. It was released on February 8th, 2012. The film also features various actors reprising their roles from the DC animated universe. It is the 13th film of the DC Universe animated original movies. So have we seen 13? Have we done 13 then? Does that mean?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
It's 13. I just typed it in the private tab. Yes.
So as far as the initial plot of the film, Vandal Savage plans to start a new civilization by exterminating 2/3 of the population and hires Mirror Master, attacking the Bat computer and steal contingency plans devised by Batman to incapacitate his League teammates should they go rogue. Savage assembles Cheetah, Star Sapphire, Metatello, Bane, Mirror Master, and I don't know how to pronounce this word.
Malekith.
This is the alien character? Yeah, Malekith. All right.
Yeah.
And offers them money to simultaneously attack the League members using the plans, which is altered to be lethal. Together, the villains form the Legion of Doom. So, gentlemen, as far as the introduction goes, I thought that, obviously people out there that catch this, either whether it's live right now or it's video form, you've seen this before, we'd hope. We start right off with a lot of action with the JLA and, really getting after it. And I'll go to you, Andres, on this too.
Sure.
And I like it when they do that. I don't know what you think about it. But I really enjoy how they change it up with their pace with the JLA films. I like that they went with that route. And they employed them into the field right from jump. In terms of for me personally, my DC knowledge with the comics being somewhat limited, I didn't recognize who all the characters were at first with the villains and whatnot. I don't know where you were at with that all that Cyber, but it was really cool to see the full team. We start right off with the Green Lantern. We get Martian Manhunter, right? Superman's there, Batman's there, Wonder Woman, the Flash. And this, the characters that I guess, assemble into the Legion of Doom, right? Through Vandal Savage. And I guess what I noticed right from jump was that, like a lot of these DC animated films with the Justice League and other characters we've noticed, they go toe to toe with these villains. They're not just overpowering them completely, right? There's actually a fight, to things. Like these villains fight back. I enjoyed that. I think it's really cool. I thought it was really interesting seeing them have that sort of long opening action scene that they give you. What did you think about the opening, Cyber? What did you think of your knowledge of the characters that maybe you didn't know about? The performance of the Justice League in action, and that being sort of a premise to start us off, as the film.
I love the beginning of this film, getting introduced to all the different characters. I know all the characters. None of them were new to me. Since I didn't get to answer this question earlier, this was my second time viewing this. I had seen it previously back, a couple years ago. And, I really enjoyed it. What? He's apparently taking 2 swigs, people. Anyways, I forgot. I remember that loved a certain villain, and I couldn't remember which exactly one I had watched. I really enjoyed the villain, and rewatching this told me which villain was, and it was Vandal Savage. I absolutely love Vandal Savage. I think he's a fantastic villain. Love to see him in live action form, and I was really it really reinvigorated how much I love this film, and I forgot how great it was and how I was going, holy shit, how the hell don't I have this in my collection? But anyways, so the beginning of the film is really fantastic. We get that great introduction to the different villains, to the different heroes. Of course, the Bane is done perfectly in this film. This is exactly how he should have been fucking done in goddamn Dark Knight Rises. And instead of that stupid ass voice that Tom Hardy came up with, oh my god. Anyways, Bane was amazing in this. Loved him. But then all the other villains were very interesting too, because they all have very unique, powers that are very similar to these other characters and to the superheroes versions of themselves. And you get a really great action intro to them fighting each other and all this kind of good stuff. You get really well introduced to them all, and it's just a really great ensemble. The beginning music is amazing. I absolutely love the fucking beginning of this song.
Good call.
The whole beginning music was amazing, and when they're showing all the voiceover actors, and you got of course, I love Tim Daly as Superman. He's like my all-time favorite Superman voice, along with, of course, Kevin Conroy as Batman. And then, all the other voiceovers do a really good job. I think the guy that does Martian Manhunter does a really good job. Usually he plays that character. And I love Michael Rosenbaum as Flash. I think he does a fantastic job as Flash. He did a great job. And I remember thinking, I swear to God, I watched one where Michael Rosenbaum did a voice, and I totally forgot that it was this one. So I was really psyched to rewatch this because I remember loving this film, and rewatching it really re-showed how much I loved it. So really great beginning to the film, great introduction, great music, great action, just a really great beginning to this animated film.
Cyber, what this being your first time watching it, were you
This wasn't my first time watching it.
Oh, I apologize. How many times did you say you've seen it?
Twice.
Twice? Okay. What was that first watch really like? I mean, where was that at as far as your where you were at with your experience of DC animated films at that point? Had you seen many? You haven't seen all that many altogether, so.
Well, when I was watching these back, like I said before on previous animated films that we've reviewed, I had actually got into watching them a couple years back, and so I probably had watched like 5 or 6 different ones before I came across that one. So, I mean, I had already watched quite a few of them, so I wasn't like super new to it the first time I watched it. But at the same time, that was probably my first Justice League one I watched. Besides, like right after this one, I watched Frontier before that. So yeah,
most definitely. All right, Andre's pop culture guys, sir. Now, since I did go to you on the first question and not to Cyber, going to the intro of the film, I'm sure you probably have lots of thoughts. What do you got for me?
Well, first of the credits, the intro credits, best one from the movies. I really like how they show you the download from the Batman computer and seeing like all the contingency plans in the back computer. That was really cool to open that in the film, and I love how you see the logos of every Justice League character, and you see based on DC characters. That was such a cool way to do that. Anyway, I thought, first off, seeing the Royal Flesh Clan was really great to open that. They're really great characters in the DC universe, so it was great to see those characters again. They're very similar to the DC animation universe, like Batman Beyond mixed with the first kind of incarnation of them in the Justice League show. So it was great to see them because I love the calling cards as a gimmick. So it's really cool to use that here. And right away, you see all the characters. I love their character designs. They're really great. And you see each of the DC characters use their powers well. And you see how they function as a team. So particularly, how you see Batman is, he's not a team member. He does, help out with the Justice League, but he doesn't always like go along with them as a team. He prefers to be a loner, as you see with the film, and he keeps a lot of things close to his chest, and so you see that in this opening very clearly. And then you see Green Lantern. We got Nathan Fillion here again after Green Lantern Emerald Knights.
Yeah,
great voice actor for Green Lantern. I think he really did. Like, this is definitely my favorite version of Hal Jordan. I think he just balanced that well. Of course, I agree with Cyber. I love Michael Rosenberg as Flash. He's one of my favorite definitive version of the Flash. Just very funny and just captures the energy of what Barry Allen is in the show and the movies. So it was great to hear him again. And, I think he delivered that. And same thing with Susan Exenberg as Wonder Woman. She's my favorite version of Wonder Woman. And Kurt Lohman, great actor. He's great as Martian Manhunter. He's one of my favorite versions of Manhunter. And it was great to hear him again. But yeah, so great action pack. I love how, how damage is to that place. And I when we get into like the seeds of the plot, it gets really exciting when we get to the team getting attacked by the Legion of Doom. That's where the movie get going, which is great. So yeah, the opening is amazing. It gets you hooked right away before the main plot kicks in, which is great. And I agree, the score is great. The music here is one of the best for the DC animation movies.
Okay. Now, Time Cop, sir.
Drink.
Don't you wish you had a Voodoo Ranger Fruit Forest? Andreas? I know you're jealous, brother.
I want a Batmobile. I'm more jealous of that.
This is a big fucking leap from Voodoo Ranger Fruit Juice, bro.
I want a Batmobile. I want that weapon from Mirror Master. Like, I want to go into mirrors and like go to the mirror dimension. And yeah, and have super speed like the Flash. That's my dream.
Jeez, man. I never wanted superpowers at all. Once I got pussy at age 13, bro, I all that was done. I just wanted pussy after that. I didn't care about superpowers or like imaginary shit. It was pussy and getting and partying and shit and whatnot, and getting after it.
Sorry. See, Batlord is much more about the nicer things.
Cyber and I like nice things and whatnot and everything. But we talk a little grimier than you do and dig some certain shit you don't like. We're nice too. We like nice things.
All right.
How Cyber made his wife dinner the other night.
Oh, cool.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh,
a lot of nights.
A lot of nights, yeah.
Happy Valentine's Day, ladies out there. Right? And happy Valentine's Day to Mrs. Cyber. I didn't have anybody to give a Valentine to at the gas station that I was at when I bought my tall boy Voodoo Ranger fruit force. One of the employees was standing there talking to me, saying hi to me. And I was like, "Oh, happy Valentine's Day. Sorry to get you anything." And I reached out and I stuck this out in front of her. I said, "But I got you this. I forgot." After Valentine's Day. And she laughed. And I was like, and just to be clear, that wasn't a dual purpose joke. Like, you know what I'm saying? There was a double meaning with the whole, this being you guys get it? You gentlemen out there, you true gentlemen understand when that joke was met. But that's my mistake, maybe. So back to the actual movie. Now clearly I did only see it one time. Again, like I already told you, I'm with you guys 100%. Great movie. In terms of the rest of the film and how it evolved off of the sort of, I guess you could say, initial battle scene or like initial, action scene that starts off the movie. Right off that, we actually get into, our Justice League team, which, we already explained consists of, everybody that I mentioned before, your basic core characters and Cyborg, who was a great addition to the film. Facing off a group of supervillains led by Vandal Savage. And so essentially, coming off of that initial battle with the Justice League, we end up with, if I remember correctly, that's right when at that point, Savage essentially approaches, based off of like monetary reasons, offering them money. I think it was $500 million to all the different individual villains or whatever, essentially telling them that, he has this, master plan. He's been alive 50,000 years. He's immortal. I'm not really that research on the character, but I know that this is what he said in the film. And so, basically, they were trying to steal a powerful device in that initial scene, the Quantum Elegant State Device, QED. Justice League managed to thwart their plans to secure the QED. Unknown to them, Savage had been gathering information on each member of the Justice League and their weaknesses, and we watched that expressed throughout the scenes after that initial opening action scene. He employs, as I was already mentioned, the assistance of a villainous strategist named Mirror Master at that point to create a failsafe plan called the Trinity Protocol, which involves using the weaknesses of each member against them. So, at that point, also, you know, we end up having which is really cool because it totally connects to other Justice League films or one other we covered. We get like a birthday celebration sort of deal for Martian Manhunter, right? I believe it was sort of at this club type deal. And as usual, John is getting after it, right? I mean, he pulls. I mean, the last time we reviewed something with him in it, I think that he did that deep, like, kiss thing or whatnot, where it made the chick see every memory that ever happened or something like that. That was the one review we did. So he's being approached by the bar, and this is all part of the plan that's been, you know, put in place by, you know, Savage and the villains that we encounter in the, you know, opening action scene, right? By wanting to subdue them, as I mentioned before, with toxins and whatnot, everything, and John Lang is knocked out. So I'll stop there. And essentially, before we get into, you know, anything deeper, your thoughts, Andres, on the voice acting itself, which I said I would talk about, mention. You already mentioned a lot of the characters and the voice actors. Kevin Conroy as Bruce Wayne Batman, Tim Daly as Clark Kent Superman, Susan Eisenberg as Wonder Woman, Nathan Fillion as Hal Jordan, Carl Lumbly, we know Carl Lumbly as John, Michael Rosenbaum, we've heard of him, we've seen him before as Barry Allen the Flash, Bumper Robinson as Victor Stone, Cyborg, Carlos Aquatre as Bane, D. Bradley Baker as Officer in Charge, wonderful role to have, Claudia Black as Barbara Ann Minerva Cheetah, Paul Blackthorne as John Corbin Metallo, Olivia DeObo as Carol Ferris, Star Sapphire, one of the Green Lantern's adversaries with similar abilities, Gray Delisle as Lois Lane, and then, of course, Alexis Denisoff as Scam Stunner Mirror Master, Robin Atkin Downs as Alfred Pennyworth, of course, you know, Bruce's butler, and then pretty much nobody else. I don't think that important. Brian George as Mayor of Metropolis, Danny Jacobs as Special Agent Porter, Danny Coffey as Jimmy Olsen. So Juliet Lando is 10.
Venom Savage, we know he's very big. Phil Morris, he's actually the actor that plays Jackie, the attorney from Sci-Film.
Yep.
And what's funny, he also plays Martian Manhunter in the Smallville live-action TV show.
Oh, let me even point that out.
Yeah. So, yeah. And speaking of Metallo, the Superman villain, that's a great villain. That actor plays a captain named Quentin from the Arrow TV show, from the Arrowverse. So he's going to be, which this is going to be airing that year, Arrow, the TV show that's based on the Green Arrow character. So yeah, there's a couple of, like, other DC alumni in this movie, which is cool.
Well, say that last word again.
How do you say it? Regulars. I'm not gonna say it. Ha.
Oh, what did he actually say, Cyber? I missed it.
It sounded like he was trying to say an alumni, but it came out like alumnus or something like that. So are you thinking of nuts or something here, Andreas? You know, I mean, maybe. Jesus Christ, time cop.
Oh, Drake.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Damn it! This fucking voodoo George bullshit.
Anyway, you can blame.
Pussy, motherfucker! I'm in the live stream until I have to live stream to out Drake Raven. I have to at this point. I don't care if you guys leave. If I got to drink 5 of the bitches, whatever, whatnot, I've got 3 more out there in the fridge. I'll stay live.
I know you will.
Don't do that, please.
Raven challenged me. I'm not gonna accept that shit.
Anyway, so yeah, I really like this sequence. My favorite villain from this movie is again, I think it's, oh my god, I think it's Venom Savage. He's a great Justice League villain. He's incredible. He's literally the OG Green Lantern villain, Alan Scott. So he just became more of like a Justice Society villain / Justice League. He's great in the Justice League animation show, a cartoon. If you have a chance to see that, HBO Max, season 2 is really great. I mean, first off, the voice actor Phil Morris, great actor. He really brings Vandal Savage like overall like mannerisms and like evil attitude such a great way. He has such a great voice, and I think he really delivers the dialogue so well. And I just love how this movie does the Legion of Doom. I love supervillain team ups. We don't get that enough in live action, which is annoying. Like, come on, like instead of the multiverse, like I just wish the Marvel Cinematic Universe used the Masters of Evil. And if the DCU got his pardon my French, got its shit together. I mean, the Legion of Doom could have been a great way to set up like a shared universe. Like just forget about the new gods. Like use the Legion of Doom. Like people know that. When I was growing up, I saw the Super Friends, and the very first thing I saw growing up was the Legion of Doom, and that's so cool to see the various supervillains from every superhero's rogues gallery. So this movie did a really good job of using each of the supervillain from each of the heroes' rogues. So like Chia was great here, Metallo was great, Bane was great. I love it. I agree with Saber. This is definitely the version of Bane you should use. In a film.
Andre, you cannot actually fucking say, yes, let's get it on when you're drinking water, bro.
Hey.
Please, no, I'm sorry. Please finish, sir.
Thank you for bringing up.
That's like trying to step to a chick with a 1-inch penis.
Hey, I'm just talking to Booze with Chill. So that's all I'm saying.
People are talking shit at the same time. Like, I'm about to tear it up, baby. Let's get it.
I don't know. I'm a little worried about that. But anyway, it will cause a heart attack if you drink a lot. But anyway, that's not the point. Anyway, so what else? Star Sapphire, great use there. So I really dug seeing these villains here. Mirror Master as well. So I really like how this movie does a really good job of utilizing their powers here with these characters, especially Malekith. He's such a creepy character. I don't know this character, Malekith.
The way you pronounce this, are you sure it sounds like that? It sounds just like you're pronouncing the same fucking villain from Thor 2.
Well,
did you copy the Thor 2 and just make that the name of the fucking character?
No, that's how you pronounce it. It's going to be harder if you want me to say it for actual real, but in the live action shows from superhero, they call it Malekith, like Malekith. If you want me to say that.
Cyber, is he not saying the same fucking name as the villain of Thor 2?
No, this is the name of the villain.
There is the character in Thor 2 that's name is very similar, so it does sound similar.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's similar, but the way they
believe, Cyber, that Andres is weaving all this crazy shit at times in his contributions.
Oh my god!
Actually, to purposely try to.
Well, trying to purposely f you up, Jeff, not Cyber. Cyber, you're gonna.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
That was horrible.
Oh my god! No offense, buddy. But anyway, that's all I have to say. I think this part is great. When you get to the really good stuff, seeing the villains taking down the Justice League members, it's really great because especially the Batman grave. That is one of my favorite sequences for this movie.
And that's coming up.
Yeah, we'll get into that. But that's my thoughts.
I think we're right at the point. So where I wanted to kind of be at was when we were right at that point in the film, right? Was that direction. But Cyber, sir, any thoughts, sir? Besides that, before we move on.
I mean, this section of the film is as well as it's just as great as the beginning. Like Andres was saying, how we get kind of more of an introduction to more of these characters. You get a bit more about them. You get that kind of birthday party for John. You get kind of a little more acquainted with different characters and so forth. You get your introduction to Vandal Savage there with the group and stuff like that. We get to see them break into the Bat Lair and get the information they need to be able to use it against the Justice League and all that kind of stuff. So this section of the film is really fantastic too, as well. So the fact that they put so much stuff into that little section, but made it very cohesive and made it very fun and didn't like drown it out or anything like that, just made this film so amazing. And I just really enjoyed that whole section of the film because it had a lot of great moments. We got a lot of great, more characterizations from the voice, actors that provide the voices for the different characters, and we got so many great things that really pulls us into when we get to that great meat that's we're going to talk about next and how fun that becomes. So yeah, really great section, and I really enjoyed it.
Excellent, sir. I appreciate that. I'm actually going to go ahead and play the trailer here in a minute. If I can go ahead and set it up real quick. In the meantime, I thought it might be a little bit entertaining, a little bit of a change up to go Boogie style for a minute and play one of our all-time favorite, video clips that has, cost us to have guests just take off immediately from the beginning of the show. Right, we played it. We're going old school. So, Siren, just for you, brother.
Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit.
And then, of course,
baby leg, hang out to shit like. I'm recording her. Hey, yo, how long? My child. This is not my child. No, it's not.
Are you gonna help me?
Yeah, you gotta give me change.
I don't have change.
What happened to you?
Are you gonna help me?
What happened to you?
I don't know what happened to me. They said I got raped.
What?
Can you help me, please? They said I got raped. Can you help me, please?
Oh my God, this is so what? This is good footage right here. Hey, yo, come on, I'm gonna help you right now. Come on.
Where are you gonna help me?
I'm gonna go get change for you.
Okay,
Hey, miss, you got change for a 20? You got change for a 20?
no, I'm just kidding. No, yeah, I watched Clone Wars, but I mean, I fell asleep a couple times at night on an episode here or there. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, so that's why you call him Huang instead of Huang, like everyone else.
Hey, listen, I've caught up hella on Star Wars. Like, compared to where my knowledge was at, like 6 months ago, compared to where I'm at now, I'm way beyond anywhere I was ever at. So, like, I'm quite proud of my Star Wars. Like, I'm selling people on Star Wars now. On my own with my Huang shit.
You each have a personal vendetta against the Justice League. Their deaths.
I'm probably gonna get.
You've all tried and failed to kill members of the League on multiple occasions.
Everybody take what you can and get out.
It's the Justice League.
Say goodnight, Ace.
Savage has foolproof plans for how we can destroy them.
Kryptonite bullet.
I will pay you $100 million after you destroy the Justice League.
Take them down.
Pick a card. Any card.
Before, I broke the bat. Today, I break the man.
Welcome to the Legion of Doom.
My bad. I did not know that the second trailer that I grabbed was the same trailer. It said it was different. It said that it was different. I apologize, folks. Guys, my penalty. Cyber, I'm enforcing right now a new drinking game rule. While moderating, if you fuck up at all like that, right, and double play a trailer, the same trailer or something like that, you have to drink 2 times. Loving Voodoo Ranger. Loving the drinking game so far. It is very high alcohol content, Cyber. I can feel it. I'm getting fucked up.
Great. I'm waiting to see just how many sips it takes for him to get to a certain point where he's like, "So we've come to."
I drink game though a little bit. I won't lie. I did. I drank like 2 or 3 like I don't even know, one of those like
another rule: you cannot drink before the drinking game.
Well, why not?
Because I said so.
Well, it's just in the Voodoo Ranger fruit, punch or whatever.
No. If you abide by the rules, you do not drink it till you come to the show, because then it makes it more fun.
Okay, sir, you're right. What? I mean, I'm not good shit house drunk on the show.
What? Yeah. Your buzz is not going to be a buzz from us just drinking if you already have a buzz coming in.
Andres, you need a buzz, baby. You need a buzz.
No, you need a buzz.
Nah, bro, you need a buzz, baby. I'm telling you.
Nope, you need a buzz.
Out there. Anyways,
I'm good.
So, Andres, what do you think about this whole deal with Martian Manhunter? How he's always pulling all these ladies, like all this pussy all the time, and whatnot. Like every time we see him in these reviews, he's like pulling.
Hey, he's a magnet chick. I mean, he's a Martian, so he knows how to get into it. So that's his thing.
Anyways, no, serious question. I mentioned the voice actors that do all the characters and whatnot and everything. Andres and you, Cyber. Overall, were you happy? I'm glad you mentioned Cyber. The soundtrack and the music was great. You're right. Really awesome. Started off wonderful. But Andres, voice acting, how was it?
Oh no, it's good. It was very good. I mean, I answered before. Every cast members were well done. I'm a huge Tim Daly. Let me actually bring that up. I think Tim Daly is a great Superman. I wish he was continue in the Justice League show, but they replaced him, which didn't make sense to me because they wanted to make Superman older, which was kind of stupid. Like the fact that you continue with Ken Conroy from the DC stuff and then not Tim Daly was kind of weird. So I was happy to hear him again. He's always my favorite Superman in terms of voice acting or in general. The villains, I think the villains' voice casting is pretty good. I think so far they're superb. So I think what is it? The one weak voice actor is the Cyborg actor. I mean, I like Cyborg in the film, but like I don't know. I feel like his voice acting was not good. I think they could have bring more. Yeah, I feel like they could have bring the other Cyborg actor from the Teen Titans show, and like he was way better. So I'm kind of surprised they didn't bring him to do Cyborg than having this new actor. So that was kind of weird.
He was busy. He was busy, bro. What happens? Anyway, Cyber, the voice acting, sir, and yes, as far as the music goes, you put it out great earlier. I'm really happy you did. Christopher Drake did the music excellent throughout the whole film.
Yep, the beginning sequence is what I really like the most out of the music. But other than that, the voiceovers were all done really well. I thought it was really well casted. Nathan Fillion, along with Kevin Conroy and Tim Daly and Carlos Azlahuerca, who was on the show Reno 911. He actually played one of the deputies on that. He also did Rocco's Modern Life's Rocco's voice, too, as well. He is a huge voice actor. He's done a whole bunch of different characters for big shows. And I really always enjoy him whenever he does voiceovers. The villains I thought were all really casted well, too, from Vandal Savage to Bane. Bane was the only one I thought was kind of funny that they had him. He sounded Latino. I don't get why he was Latino. I didn't realize Bane is supposed to be Latino. But I definitely got kind of like a Latino vibe after this characterization. And but at the same time, it's just like all the voiceovers were really done well in this. And you really felt like these were those characters and that you felt like they were the right choice. And kind of like when you're picking the right actor for a film. And, you're like, I can't see anybody else playing that character because they're just that good. That's how well these voiceovers were. So, really, hands down, great voiceover for this film.
Cyber, you just killed it right there, brother. You're right. Honestly, I was going to ask you right there, that you, Andres. This might be the best overall voice acting in general in any of the DC films, the animated films we've reviewed, I think, in this one right here. Cyber, would you agree? honestly, I mean, literally, there's not one single character that sounded off or anything. Like they nailed all the Justice League core characters completely, didn't they?
Correct. They did.
Yeah. Oh, I want to read the Bane thing. I mean, yeah, in the comics, there's always a hint that he is from like a Spanish background, and so it wasn't surprised that they did it here.
I thought maybe he just obtained it like I did. Like I told you, Cyber with Andrew from G&M. You know, I just fucked enough Mexican chicks or whatever, whatnot, to where it rubbed off on me. I became Mexican.
What?
Oh my god.
Remember? Oh, you were not. No, that's right. You dropped off. That was one of our Andor episode reviews. You dropped off the 2-hour mark, and I stayed on for like 4 hours with Andrew and Matthew one night. Remember?
Ah.
Yeah, that's when I dropped that hammer. That was partially Mexican. You understand? I need some more Voodoo Ranger, folks, to tighten up my moderating here on the other review. But again, we appreciate all of you out there. Honestly, Cyber, I didn't have any problem with that Bane. With the Bane in the Batman trilogy. This Bane was fine with me. I love seeing him, but I'm not trying to be on a tangent. But honestly, the actor that plays Venom, you know, and did, you know, Bane in the Batman trilogy,
Tom Hardy.
I thought he was pretty fucking good.
No.
No?
No. He was great as Venom, but he sucked as Bane. Because Bane was nothing like the comic at all.
You like the Bane from the trilogy with right? Didn't you?
Yeah. I like Tom Hardy as actor. I think his version of Bane had potential, but I don't like. Yeah, Tom Hardy or Tom Hardy. Hardy. What?
Yeah, no. HRDY. Hardy.
You can't combine Harley Quinn with Tom Hardy.
Oh my god! All right, Hardy, whatever his goddamn last name is, but I liked him in The Dark Knight Rises, but I don't like the twist that they do with Bane. Like it was like I don't know why Christopher Nolan did that twist with Bane with the Tyler. They revealed that the kid was not Bane, but it was like Tyler Al Ghul.
Folks, I'm giving Andres the Danny Award for the earliest time during a show ever in history right now, but I'm sharing it too because he's my brother. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna share the pain. It's a 50-50 split on a Danny Award, earliest ever in the history of the MCU'S Bleeding Edge. Thank you, Andres.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm your father, so. Not your brother.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's the whole, you're my father.
Yeah. I am your father, Jeff.
You're not my father. It's not even, there's no logical, scientific way that you're somehow Cybernized father, brother.
Hey.
I don't know how age works in the multiverse or whatever, whatnot, when you time travel, like you do and all that shit, but like, I've already experienced enough shit with the whole, it was funny when the dude thought that I was Cyber's father. That was funny.
Mm-hmm.
This shit is not even explainable.
It's explainable. It can be explained if you allow me to.
What fucking you up?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm kind of shocked. Like you hurt my feelings. I'm your father.
What do you mean?
So I'm just shocked that you hurt my feelings.
Is that what you passed on to me as my father? I got that on the right, and you got
no. Nope, you were made in a factory, so you're a robot. So that's a good thing.
Okay, sir, no problem. Anyways, so obviously, I was going to ask you guys about the second trailer. It was the same exact one, but what I will ask you is essentially, as we move on to the film, what your thoughts would be, Cyber, on the fact that, as we talked about, the voice actors, you know, maybe being the most effective we've seen overall with the JL, especially, right? And then across the board. What did it do for you that they were that well, you know, acted and whatnot with the Justice League in the DC animated films? Since we have only done 13. At that point, you know, did you feel like it really brought a lot to the team. That strong voice acting.
Talking to me?
Yes, sir. Sir. Did you enjoy the JLA more because of the voice acting? Did it really make a big difference for you?
I mean, in general, no, but I just really enjoyed these voiceover actors. So I mean, it did make this film more better than other Justice Leagues I've seen films, and but I mean, overall, I think that in general, they're just so great at their job. It just would have made it good, no matter what film it was that they were doing the voiceover in. So they are all great, but at the same time, I don't think it made a big difference that, you know, Tim Daly and, you know, Kevin Conroy were the two actors that did that, because there are other actors that have done, you know, Batman's voice that aren't too bad. There are other Supermans that aren't too bad, you know, but at the same time, these guys are probably the best I feel, but at the same time, I can't discontinue the other ones just because these guys were so good. So overall, I would say that in general, for me, you know, watching this, it's a great all-star cast, no matter what the film was or if it was this Justice League Doom.
Thank you, sir. So back to the film where we started off or left off. Essentially, you know, when we ended up with the Legion of Doom coming together, right? To really keep it, you know, again, concise, as each of the different Legion of the Doom villains do their parts, as I already mentioned, we happened, you know, the whole deal with John, the Martian Manhunter, celebrating his birthday with his colleagues, as John Jones, right? And, you know, Malefac giving him a drink with a poison-containing magnesium carbonate that sets him on fire. The magnesium continually fueling the flames, kind of, you know, sort of, you know, destroying the bar that he's at, or the, you know, the club or whatever. We also end up hearing about how, you know, Alfred Pennyworth informs Batman that the bodies of Thomas and Martha Wayne have been exhumed and are missing at their graves. Bane ambushes Batman, a la Andres mentioned, that beats his ass unconscious, buries him alive in his father's coffin. Cheetah ambushes Wonder Woman at a dock, and they throw down like Wonder Woman and Cheetah were getting down, and infects her with nano machines that make her perceive everyone as Cheetah. This will cause her to fight until she dies from a stress-induced heart attack or brain aneurysm. The Amazon proceeds to attack both Cheetah and nearby innocent bystanders. Mr. Master lures Flash into a trap, attaching a bomb to his wrist. If he tries to remove it or decreases in speed, the bomb will explode, killing everyone in a 3-mile radius. So we end up with Star Sapphire, Andres' favorite, targeting Green Lantern, luring him into a mine and using Scarecrow's fear gas on him after he falls to save her hostages' lives. She convinces him that he does not deserve his mantle. Great, very emotional scene, I thought, causing him to renounce his ring and resign himself to his fate in the collapsing mine. On the planet, Roof, former employee Henry Ackerman is aiming to commit suicide. Superman arrives on the scene, talks Ackerman down. However, Ackerman reveals to be disguised as Metallo. Shoots him with the kryptonite bullet we saw in the trailer. Back at the Hall of Doom, the Legion celebrates their victory. Savage reveals his ultimate plans to fire a rocket into the sun, triggering a solar flare that will destroy half the planet and disable all modern technology. Meanwhile, Batman comes close to accepting his fate. However, a tape recorder left behind by Bane plays a taunting message which motivates him to break out and save his league, the League. At the same time, Cyborg hears of Wonder Woman's predicament and sets up on his own to help her out. Now, that is sort of a synopsis breakdown from Wikipedia of what occurs after where we kind of left off. At that point, guys, what I'd ask you simply would be, I'll start with you, Andres. Now, I like Cyborg in this film. I enjoyed him in here. I did. Voice acting or not, he's a great part of the Justice League. I enjoy him. What are your thoughts on his presence in this film? We haven't dealt with Cyborg really in any of our reviews. He hasn't been a presence, so it's kind of a new thing for us, right? Beyond that section of the film we're talking about, we're building up towards sort of the last third. Your thoughts? And then also, what did you think of Legion of Doom? Like, can you tell us anything really about it? I mean, what their whole, do they have a long living thing in the comics? Are they an established deal?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, well, first off, I think this is the part where I really got hooked to the film when I first saw it, like a long time ago, especially with the Bane sequence. It's such a brutal sequence. Like, I love the line he say, I broke the bat, but now I'm gonna broke the man, which such a great line from the movie. And I just thought that was such a brilliant thing. If you don't know, like, if you're a huge DC fan like myself or a Batman fan, you know that line from Nightfall. He breaks Batman's back, and I just love that this movie referenced that storyline. So that was really cool, and the taunting of like destroying his parents' graveyard was really great. By the way, is actually from the comics. This was a story called the Night of the Reaper storyline. It's a great one single issue where is like a Batman copycat that finds out that he's Bruce Wayne, and then he kind of breaks the graves of Bruce Wayne's parents. It's really very productive image here, and I like that. And then the fact that Bane says, "Oh, you were wondering where's your parents? They're very close to you." And then Bruce turns around and he sees the two skeletons of his parents. Was so dark and comedic. I mean, like when Bane starts laughing, I was like, wow, such a motherfucking character, just burning Batman in the moment right there, which is hilarious. So it's one of the best moments of the film. And then the rest of the film is awesome. I mean, I was like, oh my god, like, I mean, the second best part was the Hal Jordan thing. Like him losing his girlfriend.
It was deep.
It was deep. And I was losing my mind. I was like, what was going on? He saw like a monster. I was like, what was going on? And then later, Batman explains it. I was like, oh, that's what happened. Okay, that makes sense. I don't want to go too forward when we get to it, the resolution of that scene, but like I was like, oh, that makes sense, because it's Batman. He's going to use his villains, gadgets, or weapons against the Justice League, so that makes sense. Anyway, yeah, and then the rest were good. I mean, Cheetah was really decent. I like the idea of Diane, Prince, seeing multiple versions of Cheetah. John getting burned, which is, I don't know if you guys know this, but fire is actually a weakness for Martian Manhunter, and that's a very lethal thing, which we saw in the Justice League New Frontier. If you remember, when he was a police detective in Gotham City, and when he was trying to defeat that cult in the New Frontier movie, where he first meets Batman the first time, and he was glancing at the fire because that's a core weakness. It's the kryptonite weakness of the Martians, just like kryptonite for Kryptonians for Superman. So that's why that other villain set him on fire and the poison and all that. But yeah, this sequence was so awesome, and it just hooked you to the film. I was like, oh my god, what's going on? Especially when Batman gets out of the grave, it's like, oh my god, what's happening here? And he knows what's going on after you realize that. Yeah, and the Legion of Doom. Yeah, they've been a long time enemy of the Justice League. There's different versions. There are different team villain group. There's one called the Secret Society, where Gorilla Grodd runs that team, and then you got the
okay.
yeah. So which you do see. Yeah, I know it's crazy. Gorilla Grodd runs a secret society, which is funny. And then you got this other team, the secret, was it the Legion of Supervillains or something like that? I don't know. Hold on. Let me double check this. The Legion of Doom. Yeah, because actually, they're called the League of Supervillains. The Legion of Doom is actually a new thing. It's actually from a cartoon, the cartoon that I brought up, the Super Friends. And like the shape of the layer is from the Super Friends cartoon show. So like this is the most popular version of the League of Supervillains from the DC Comics, and because the name, the Legion of Doom, it's such an awesome villain name, villain team name. So that's pretty good. And in the comic books, the Legion of Doom are not in this story, the title Babel. Actually, it's Ra's al Ghul is actually the main villain of the Mark Waid run that this movie is based on. But this movie changed it up to have Vandal Savage and the Legion of Doom as the main antagonist. So that's the thing I want to bring that up, because I want people to know that this is a very loosely based adaptation of the comic book run. So,
what were your overall thoughts? And then I'll go to. Pardon me, I'm sorry. Yeah. What are your overall thoughts on? And I'll go to you, Cyber, on how well and effectively the Legion of Doom sort of took out the Justice League characters, right? Give me those thoughts. I'll go to Cyber.
Yeah. Very. I mean, let's say very good. Like they were able to taunt their heroes, and then at the same time effectively defeat them without knowing how they did it, which is kind of cool. So I think those sequences really tell you how powerful Vandal Savage was to give these villains a way to defeat their enemies. In this case, the Justice League. So it was well planned out and well executed in those sequences that we see in the film, which is good.
Okay. Cyberneticshark, sir.
What was the question again?
Oh fuck! I forgot completely. I'm just kidding. Andres, what was the question? I forget.
You were asking us what you thought about the use of the Legion of Doom of defeating the Justice League.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, Cyber. What are your thoughts on the Legion of Doom, and their ability to go ahead and sort of the middle and the second third of the film, subdue the Justice League characters individually the way they did?
I just thought they were awesome. I mean, in all honesty, I think that they really applied what information they were given to really take out the Justice League when they needed to, and they're only able to do that because of that information they stole from Bruce, and Bruce, basically getting all that information together, is kind of crazy at the same time as kind of good, but at the same time, the League of Doom just rocks it out in this and executes it beautifully. So I think they were really awesome.
There you go. I'm adding a new elementum to our drinking game, if I can. For the next 20 minutes, if anybody in the comment section actually just drops time count for time more than any fucking way, Cyber and I will drink off that shit no matter what. Already spread the word. It's wide open. There you go. Now, Cyber, sir, what are your thoughts on the Voodoo Ranger Brute Force at this point? Are you feeling it?
No.
No, I mean, are you feeling the taste? I mean, like the drink. Are you down with it?
It's okay. I've had better.
Well, I mean, yeah, so have I. But
I meant beer, not women.
I'm sorry, I would never even thought that way.
Oh, sure, yeah, likely, Mr. White Vision Penis Man.
Look, let's not even go there, sir. Anyways, bottom line, Andres, how's your water?
He doesn't want to go to White Vision Penis Land? What the fuck's wrong with him, man? I think you need to take another swig.
I'm over White Vision Penis. I'm so stuck in the cage heat dimension at this point that, like, you know, I can't get past that shit. Now, this film has a mature tone to it. It continues the same sort of mature, type of vibe we've seen throughout our films, our 13. You could see it sort of like leveling out a little bit and sort of toning down, but there is some humor in the movie, which I thought was great. I have no idea what you guys think, but there was, definitely some spots where you saw Hale Jordan, the infusion of like a woman actually coming at John in the bar, offering pussy and shit. There was some adult type, shit going on. Now, basically, in terms of where we end up at after, we end up with, the full-blown plan, right, of Vandal Savage, working with or collaborating with his, Legion of Doom. We end up at, the Hall of Doom, the Legion celebrating their victory, and Savage revealing his plan, as I said before, to fire a rocket into the sun, triggering a solar flare that will destroy half the planet and disable all modern technology. That's when we get into the whole aspect of it being revealed to, like, the Justice League that Batman has had a contingency plan for them the entire time. If I'm correct. And, essentially has researched them as a threat, like a massive threat due to their powers, to where, he has already, set up a counter defense, to take them out if necessary. And so we really see, Batman kind of not go rogue, but he's Batman. And, that's how he is. Like, right, he's all, he's got the bat tech. He doesn't trust anybody except Soups, right? So that's how he is. We end up with essentially, as I explained before, us ending up with, Batman coming close to accepting his fate, based off of the entire, disable all modern technology, triggering solar flare deal. However, a tape recorder left behind by Bane plays a toning message, which I explained before, wanting him to break out and save the league. Cyborg, as I mentioned before, helps out with Wonder Woman. And at that point, essentially, we see, the team kind of come back together and fight back as they come back and bounce back from being, incapacitated to sort of, reject or defend against Savage's ultimate plan with a missile, right? Which coalesces into a final battle type scenario where there's tech involved, there's actual fighting involved, there's really good action, really good music, and soundtrack, as Cyber mentioned already earlier. And we also have the tension, laid in that, Batman sort of has now kind of become an outsider with the JL, right? Like he's not, everyone's kind of questioning him a little bit. So before we wrap up with like the final part of the film, Cyber, what did you think of the sort of scenes we got where we saw the JLA members kind of get taken out, bounce back, right? Then approaching, our final, sort of last 15 minutes, them sort of, go to war, go to battle as a team, and how that ends up playing out.
Like I said before, it's fantastic. Really great action, really great voiceover work. The animation was really fun. I mean, basically, after being taken out by the, League of Doom, they go back and are like celebrating at the lair, and Vandal Savage basically reiterates, what his next plan is and if they want to be a part of it. And, they all kind of agree, blah, 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 whatever. And basically then we go back and we see what's happening with the Justice League, and each of them basically fix their issues, which was really fascinating. Hal Jordan having to regain his confidence. John has to be infused with something to cause the reaction to stop with the fire.
Cyrus, would you actually, if you don't mind, would you expound a little bit on that Green Lantern part, because that really was deep?
There's not much to say about it for me, other than it was interesting. I didn't really care for that part about him being so depressed and retarded. I was like, it was stupid.
I blame Voodoo Ranger Juice Force.
No, and it's Fruit Force is the one I'm drinking, and you were supposedly drinking. You keep saying Juice Force, which is the other one. This one's the Fruit Force. But no, I mean, I don't think there was anything great or expanding on that, except for it was basically just like any of the others. It was a scenario he had to overcome because he was basically his confidence was taken away. And that's pretty much what it was. There's nothing really profound about it. It just, that's what Hal has to deal with. That's kind of like what his fear is, or his phobia is dealing with, basically doing the wrong thing when he has been, he's thought himself as this like, cocky type of person that is very right about things. So that's kind of what that Green Lantern thing's about. But yeah, I mean, them all finally like basically fixing themselves, them having to operate on Superman, which was really cool. Pulling out the kryptonite bullet, and Wonder Woman finally overcoming that drug as well. That little chip that was stuck in her back of her spine, of her neck, and Cyborg finally kicking her out of it. And you just got to remember, like these bad guy chicks too. I thought they were really drawn really well. Very attractive looking villains too here, especially that Starlit one. I was like, kind of like, whoa, this is a Justice League movie? Are we watching the same thing here? And so I was kind of like, I'm like, Hal, what are you doing with this gal, huh? Are you making sure you're taking care of it? And so, especially with that chemistry they had, her saying he hurt her somehow, and I'm just thinking to myself, like what the fuck going on here? Like, what happened there? That would have been nice to if they had expanded on or expounded on. I would have liked to seen a little bit more on that, but. Basically them overcoming all the things that the League of Doom did to them and coming back full force was really awesome. Them gathering up in that space station was really cool. And basically then, going after, Vandal Savage and the League of Doom is really awesome too. And they start duking it out. Lots of great action throughout this whole sequence. So much great action. It keeps you entertained. I mean, I was like literally standing there watching it, just like rooting, going woo, 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 because it was just so freaking awesome and so well done. Really great sequence of the film, and really enjoyed it.
Well done, Cyber. Andre's Pop Ultra Guy. Anything off, Cyber?
No, I really enjoyed the animation he brought up. I think it's one of the most it's one of the best animation for the DC animation movies after New Frontier. I mean, especially the fight between the Martians. I don't know, that was your favorite when we got to the Legion of Doom layer, and you see those Martians start to shapeshift these weird ass like creatures. Was so awesome how they shapeshift. Was just crazy. Yeah, the the surgery with Superman was pretty awesome. Like, I like how they came up with the idea. Like, I like how Cyborg had to cut it very closely with the kryptonite, and then John had to kind of get in and get the bullet out. That was like really cool. Especially, I like how Cyborg was kind of doubting himself. He can do it. But then when Lois came in, it was like, okay, tell me how to do it. That was like a really great moment. Seeing Lois begging him to do it and save him. If you know that relationship. Yeah, and then what else? I really dug Batman getting out of the grave. By doing the kill build, like knocking the wood, with was he using keys or he was using like that knuckle like ring that we usually see in Assassins? Tell me, folks, that like he was using keys, right? Or like getting out? No, okay.
No, I think he was just using a piece of cloth. I think.
Oh, really?
If you look at it closely, it's just wrapped around his hand, and there's nothing protruding out. So I think he was just using a piece of cloth.
Okay, because I was thinking it was either that or some sort of metal thing he got out of his pocket. But yeah, that makes sense. Thank you, Sniper. But when he got out of there, it was like, yeah, thank you. Like when he got out of the grave, it was so haunting. Like I like how Bane just like fixed the grave, and it's like, oh, like I like how he just cleaned up the mess he did to just mess up Bruce Wayne, and it's like, oh, back to normal. So yeah, what else? Yeah, Flash was the weakest one because he has to run because he has that wrist bomb, and so like he just had to run before if he stops, the bomb explode. So it was okay,
That was cool. That was a good scene.
Yeah, the animation of him speeding was really great. I do miss seeing the Flash speeding and in that way instead of just seeing him running with those electricity around his body. We saw a little bit of Justice League and the Flash movie. But yeah, I thought that was refreshing to see. Yeah, and then I think afterwards, the team discussing why they all knew their weakness in terms of psychological and physical. I really dug that conversation because Batman it doesn't get hold accountable for sometimes his actions, and I appreciate in this movie we addressed that. But then Batman is right. Like if the Justice League get mind controlled, from a villain or alien source, then it makes sense to have these like countries, these plans on place so that the king can stop them. So he was right about that. So I really appreciate that, and I like that we go to the the villain plan. I think Vandal Savage's plan is pretty cool with the solo flare thing to destroy like half the population. That's a really clever supervillain plan. I like how they get into his origin story too. That he's immortal and like he cannot be killed. So that was something that I appreciate that they brought up in the film.
Well, yeah, he said that he'd been alive for 50,000 years.
Yeah, and it's very true to the comics. So yeah, you can see why he thinks he wants to do exactly what he did a long time ago, is control. Now this population. Because we have upgraded basically. But yeah, so overall, I love this sequence. This is where the movie is really shining. I mean, the action is great. As Cyber say, my favorite action scene is pretty much the Cyborg versus Wonder Woman. The two Martian villains facing each other in the Legion of Doom layer, which we'll get into. The Green Lantern thing, I was actually kind of surprised that Batman used the fear toxin. That was the part I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So that's why you see that creature. I was like, okay, that makes sense. And I agree with Saber. It was okay, but it was kind of like it was kind of like so obvious with a Green Lantern that what defeats will is fear, and so that made a lot of sense. And so I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So, but yeah, overall, love this sequence. I'm excited to talk about the final act, which is awesome.
I agree with you 100%. I do. And again, I'm enjoying the hell out of the Voodoo Ranger Juice Force IPA. It's wonderful. Thank you, Cyber.
Yeah, as you can see, folks, he's drinking it without actually waiting for the word.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Andre is even using Time Cop or like Time Lord at all. Oh, that's 2 drinks, folks.
Well, Time Cop needs to start using Time Cop. Oh, double drink.
I know.
There we go.
Oh man.
Very good water.
Cyber, can you imagine Andres at this point, an hour and 30 minutes in, drinking this fucking Voodoo Ranger shit?
He would probably be like,
This shit is stout. Andres, this shit is stout, bro. This shit is stout. Like I'm buzzed hard. I'm drinking that tall boy.
Mm-hmm.
That 1K I just drank. Oh, I'm pretty faded.
Yeah, tall boy. What is it? 20 ounces?
New Belgian, 9.5% alcohol. There it is, right?
Yep.
It's shit. Where the fuck do they have it? I can't even goddamn remember. I don't see it. Oh, here it is. It's 19.2 fluid ounces.
Okay.
All right, so I get, I'm feeling this now, Cyber. Good pick. I'm pretty faded. I mean, folks, we're going to be expanding the actual alcohol drinking core of our drinking games, new, style of our shows, Wednesdays and Fridays. We've got some people coming on very soon, like Raymond from Booze and Chill, right? That will come on and drink with us. Plenty of other guests. The end of the film, the, sort of not, final third, but I guess it would be 15% of the film. We do get the, final defending of Earth and everything by the, Band of Savages playing with the missile, right? And things kind of go right to the wire, with sort of all of the JLA team members kind of having their own role in a way, in like the win. Very equalized out to where, there was nobody that really stood out. Everyone kind of had the, participated in defending, in Earth, and at the end of the day, we end up with Hale, of course, getting shit together, along with the rest of the JLA, to where they're able to actually have, this sort of quasi-final battle at the end of, the film, just to do. We end up with Cyborg, not Cyborg, I apologize. We end up with basically, Wonder Woman, Cyborg, and Martian Manhunter arriving in Metropolis. Health, Superman's health deteriorated with the bullet distracted. After retreating the Watchtower and you deal with the bullshit with Batman, Superman ends up reporting that Vandal Savage has been found guilty of crimes against humanity and sentenced to life without parole by the World Court. Well, this is after the final battle. I apologize. I'm sorry. In the final battle, essentially, they end up defeating, Savage and the Legion of Doom by your typical Justice League deal, where the key strategy, aspects of each character of the JLA, their strengths end up playing out to where they win what is sort of a 50-50 split in conflict and battle with the Legion of Doom with the JLA throughout the film, right? And they're able to usually use Superman for his strengths and abilities to stop the missile, right, and be part of the the Superman deal, while Batman does his Batman thing, and with his research and technology and whatnot, and this is him being Batman does his deal, and they're able to end up thwarting the whole thing. They save the day, right? There's some great action. Again, the one-on-ones with Wonder Woman fighting, again, Tigra, whatever the fuck her name is, whatever the lying character, female character is, whoever, whatnot, that is one of the villains of the Legion of Doom that fights Wonder Woman. Cheetah. Great. I love watching them throw it out. Like, they're really getting after it. And we end up with a defeated Savage, the JLA beating, the Legion of Doom, and then, of course, upgrading, the role of Cyborg as a full member of the team, right? Having the crimes against humanity, put on and sentenced to life with Savage in the World Court. And then beyond that, Batman, ends up kind of deciding to leave the team, but tells, if I understood correctly, sort of Superman, I'll always be there, or whatever. But something along those lines. But he just could not fuck with the JLA at that point to be Billy Edge style. According to Wikipedia, essentially it says Batman defends his actions and criticizes the others for not understanding the potential danger of rogue Justice League before quitting. When Superman asks Batman if his contingency in the event the leader himself goes rogue, Batman reveals the League and his contingency with his trusted Batman assured. Superman teleports him out of the watchtower after giving him a box with a small piece of kryptonite inside. And now I'm going to ask you guys to, respond about that in the final part of the film, or whatever, and blame you, Cyber, and Voodoo Ranger, Juice fucking Forever Force for having me this fucked up. Thank you, sir.
You are just become a lightweight, sir. That's what it sounds like to me. Lightweight.
I'm baited.
All right. So your question is about the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And what was the other part? I'm sorry, I didn't quite get it.
Just your overall thoughts over the ending, and then anything that really stood out to you in terms of certain characters, how they played the ending out, right? The thing with Batman leaving the team, and then his deal with Superman, kind of being like, I'll always be there. What are your whole thoughts on all that?
So the ending of the film is just as great as the previous section of the film. I mean, like I said, from start to go, this film is absolutely action-packed throughout the whole entire film. And at a runtime of an hour and 17 minutes, that action is nonstop. And like I said, Vandal Savage is an amazing villain in this. Absolutely love him. And I really enjoy just what presence he brings to it. And I just think it's a really great rendition of him. Now, when it comes to the finale of this film, the action, like I said, is just really great. The fight between Cheetah and Wonder Woman at the end, along with Cyborg. And then we have, Vandal Savage and Cyborg fighting each other. We have Hal battling his pretty much polar opposite in the League of Doom, fighting her. We have, Batman fighting Bane. We have Superman fighting the robot guy, which I'm sorry, I forget his name.
Metallo.
Yep, Metallo. And, everyone's, basically fighting the same kind of character that when they got ambushed earlier in the film. And they're each kicking the ass out of them and stuff like that, and just kick butt. And we get such great action sequences that you wish you could see this in live action form. Just that's how well drawn they were and how well crafted they were in this film. And so the final battle sequences is really amazing. They end up taking over, kicking the butt out of the League of Doom, stopping them. Even Vandal Savage gets stopped by Superman. And then, of course, we have the great kind of like trying to stop the sun from exploding and causing the cosmic rays to come and destroying half the population. And we get to see Superman action. We get to see Hal in action. Basically they end up coming up with a plan by using the machine that Vandal was going to use to protect them from the onslaught. And they end up saving the Earth, which is really cool. You get to see kind of that, basically the shield over the world kind of build up, and you can see all the people looking at it being built and stuff like that, which is really cool. And them saving the world, and then them having their kind of like final discussion at their little space station, where basically Batman's like, I can leave, I don't have to be a part of this, like a little bitch he is. And it's classic Batman. He's just like that all the time. He's very he's not a team player. So it's always funny to see Batman a part of the Justice League, just for the fact that because he's so not a team player, because he's all about doing things on his own, it's always fun to see him a part of that, because you're like, why is this guy that doesn't really care about anybody trying to actually care about, other people. So it's always fun to see that kind of that addition to the Justice League to kind of give it a different flavor, really. And I like that. And like how he leaves at the end, and then Superman giving him the kryptonite bullet, basically showing kind of like a peace offering, saying he understands where you're coming from. I think was really cool and a great way to end the film. And I think it's just a really clever, amazing ending to this film that just was really enjoyable. The characters, like I said, all of them were so well created. We didn't get a ton of backstory on any of them, but because of how well they were orchestrated by the voiceovers, you really didn't need that because you understood where they were coming from. You understood that each of them had a conflict with these superheroes and why they were trying to get revenge. It was really well written, this whole entire film. And I think it's one of the best written that I've seen out of the 13 we've watched. And I overall, I think it just was really well done and great characters created. Great ending and a great film.
Andres.
Yeah, I agreed. I mean, it's definitely one of the best written films. I mean, first off, Dwayne McDuffie, again, rest in peace, was a great writer. He really knows how to put together all the heroes in one place and make them be the characters from the comics. And like each character has awesome dialogue from each other, and even the villains are great and fully realized. His writing has helped make this film really great, and it has a really clear structure. The pacing is really great with these action sequence. I mean, again, they're really awesome.
Good job. So the pacing is really good.
Yeah, one of the best for these films we have seen so far. Yeah, it just came together, and I like how in this you see now that the plans are already done. Let's see how the Justice League can defeat their enemies, and like I like how each one defeats them so easily. My favorite scene was the Flash when he comes up with Mirror Master, and he asks Mirror Master, ask him how's my wrist, and it's like how's your wrist, and then bam, he knocks him out, which was so funny. And it's like, oh, and he's like, oh, it's fine.
Have you ever come across the Flash while you've been time traveling through different dimensions and shit and whatnot, and the multiverse and all that other shit as a time cop, time lord? That's right,
Yeah.
2 drinks, bitch. What's up? Let's get it. Go home.
Let's do this.
Oh shit!
After that, yes, I have encountered the Flash in my timeline. He's very nice. He's actually a partner of crime. So, yeah. So Flash is great. And then yeah, again, Benjo Savage is a really great a really great villain. I'm kind of always curious if they stuck with the original comic book. I mean, could Ra's al Ghul could be a great villain in this animation film? We don't know, but I think that McDuffie did a really good job of using Vendel Savage as the replacement. I think he was a great choice if you're not going to use Ra's in this film, and so I think using Vendel Savage and the Legion of Doom was actually a good change in the story, and I think it was better, which is great. Yeah, and then after that, I think I like how the team comes together and how to keep the Earth safe, and I really dug that, and it was a really team effort, which we don't see a lot in superhero team ups. So this was very refreshing, and yeah, and then of course Batman leaving the Justice League was nothing new. I mean, Batman always leaves the Justice League. I mean, in the 80s he left the Justice League team to form the Outsiders, the other superhero team during the 80s. That's where Katana is in, and that's where Black Lightning is at. But yeah, Batman leaving was not a big surprise. But I was surprised about Superman. The fact that Superman came up and tell Batman that he understands and will he will trust him to keep the kryptonite bullet for him if he goes rogue, if anything happens. So, which is really great, and I always enjoyed the Superman Batman relationship, and I think that one scene helped to show that that is still a strong relationship, despite what's going on with the film. So overall, I really enjoyed the Justice League Doom. It's one of the best, and it's great pacing, great action. The voice acting is awesome, and the animation was superb. So I'm very excited to give us the rating. And
well, I'm very excited about the idea. Cyber, I hope that like you'll give me the kryptonite fucking bullet if I ever try to smash Chloe Zhao. You feel me? Brother to brother, man. I want you to take me out, bro. You feel me? What's up?
Want to take you out?
Give me the kryptonite bullet, bro. I'm not trying. I'm not smashing. I'm not smashing Chloe. I'm not smashing Chloe, bro.
Okay.
She don't deserve it, dude.
Yeah, no.
Nah, not the Eternals. No. Anyways, I don't know why I'm throwing shit on Cyber. I'm supposed to be leading the shit. Talk about shirking responsibilities. Anyways, folks, going to ratings and final thoughts here. I'm just going to say, from my perspective, just to lay it all out and make it real, tight here. I'm going to drop a straight up, without question, 9.5 on this bitch. The fucking JL, the Justice League was dope as shit in this movie. The core Justice League is fucking sick. Like, that's why I know. They're the characters I know about the Justice League. So, like, I really enjoy seeing them all together. Martian Manhunter getting play with bitches, like the way he does, is dope as shit. I love it. John. And overall, this whole drinking game thing is dope as shit, I think, so far. I'm pretty fucked up. So, chances are I may get a DWI after the show. But it's okay. You do what you got to do, for the dedication to the Bleeding Edge style and getting after it type shit. So, overall, guys, Andres, Cyber, as we level out the playing field here, start with you, Cyber. Drop me a rating, final thoughts, and what are your thoughts on the drinking game shit and Voodoo Ranger, Juice Force, whatever the fuck, IPA?
10 all the way for Justice League Doom. It's a fantastic film, really well done. Like I said, my favorite of the 13 we've done, really fantastically done. Like I said, when I was watching it, it made me think of how the original Avengers was, how those original films were, how they should really do a Justice League film. Basically how, Zack Snyder's Justice League, ended up being when he released it finally in 2021. It was just solid. It was so fun, so great voice cast, and overall just a really well done film. So a giant 10 up for that boy. On Voodoo Ranger, Brute Force people, Brute Force. It is okay. It's all right. It's not really that fruity of a flavor. It's definitely got that IPA taste, which I'm not a huge fan of IPAs. They're okay. I'm more of a Heineken fan. Corona, Coors. But this definitely isn't horrible, but at the same time, it was definitely interesting to try, especially at a 9.5 alcohol volume. And I think, it's definitely something that it's great to say I tried it. So thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Cyber. Cyber knows that I like high alcohol content, alcohol and beer, right? He knows exactly what kind of beer I drink. At this point on my path, to the point where he picked the beer for our first drinking game that pairs perfectly to my appetite and like for a beer at this point, and what I like. That is, Bleeding Edge style, and also wins not the Danny Award, but without question, the Chloe Zhao Award for excellence. There you go, Cyber. Thank you, sir. Andres Pop Culture guy, sir. Your rating, sir, without your bullshit, like immediately giving it a 9 bullshit, whatever.
10 out of 10.
What do you think? What does it feel like to drink water, playing a drinking game with other dudes that are drinking alcohol? I like to know. Obviously, you can see that me and Cyber are getting faded here, right? Like,
yeah.
Yes, Andres. What is it like drinking?
We look faded.
Water?
I can see it. So, like, I'm just saying, it must look fun. So, what's that like? And then, What do you think?
I'm not faded.
First off, nothing new. I mean, my friends drink, and so it's not like a big surprise. So, I mean, it's pretty normal for me seeing this kind of behavior. You know, I mean, you guys are adults.
Stop it. This time he's doing this shit now.
It's not.
You pulled this on Monday with me. He's trying to pretend now that before he even met us now, right? He already was doing the whole Time Lord, Time Cop universe shit that we created. He's trying to give credit to himself for that shit, right?
Yeah, he's just trying to make himself look cool.
He was like, I already thought about that shit. I was already doing it with my co-hosts or whatever. I'm like,
oh my god.
Andres, when you first came out with us, bro, you did not know what the fucking think of what was going on with us, bro. So don't even go there.
Yes, I'll go there. So shut the fuck up, sir. So anyway, that's gonna be a great boost for the algorithm.
Keeps wanting to fuck you. I think it's so weird.
Yeah. Well, fuck you. So.
Oh god, now he wants to fuck me. Oh, that's just disgusting.
So anyway, that's how drinking water affects me. It's by being sassy. Anyway,
water makes him sassy.
If you can handle your business like this as a panel, bro, on Bleeding Edge, you're gonna start getting some Bleeding Edge tail, bro. So I hope you handle your business.
You already done that, so it's not. It's gonna happen again. So anyway, so overall, great film. You know, one of the best in the 13 films that we have reviewed. Very sad McDuffie's not here with us. This was definitely a great film to send off with a great writer who sadly sorely missed over the years since this film has been released. So I'm very happy to review this film again and see it again because it's great. It's such a great Justice League film. I wish that we get more of this in the live action films of Justice League and Marvel as well. I agree with Cyber. Kind of wish Marvel first to make more of these in the animation stuff. I mean, like at least DC knows what they're doing in the animation stuff. I think Marvel can put more effort. I mean, look at the Spider-Verse films. They are successful, and I don't know why they haven't gone that far. The animation of their properties, but whatever, that's their loss, but yeah, so overall great experience. I highly recommend everyone to see this film. But yeah, and plus I just want to bring up the difference between the book and this movie very quickly. Like, first off, I brought up Rachel Gould was the main villain from the Mark Waid one. He's not in this movie. And then there were a couple of members of Justice League in the comic book they didn't adapt. So in the 90s, Aquaman and Plastic Man were supposed to be in the book, but they didn't adapt them in this movie. Instead, they used Cyborg to combine the roles here. And so far, the way the characters from how they get defeated by the plants is kind of similar but different. Like Superman's kryptonite was different from the comic book. In the comic book, it was the red kryptonite. Everyone knows the red kryptonite affects Superman.
Yeah, most definitely, everybody does.
Yeah, exactly. So they changed that to the green kryptonite here, which makes sense. For Foley, and Wonder Woman was kind of different but kind of similar. But in the comic book, it was Wonder Woman was trapped in a virtual reality, battle against an opponent that she cannot defeat. But it's the same thing in the film where it causes her to at least tire herself out and die of exhaustion. So that's still the same. And then with Green Lantern, it wasn't fear toxin. That was actually for Aquaman in the comic book. So they used the fear toxin on the Green Lantern in this film. So that's why they did that here. So that was pretty cool. And then Batman is the same from the comic books that Ration / Fendel Savage used the parents to taunt Superman. So, and lastly, to wrap up, this story, I don't know you guys know this, but this was the story that was going to be for the first live action Justice League film directed by George Miller, which was the unproduced Justice League film called Justice League Immortal. So This story was supposed to be the one that was going to be in live action film before the DCU slash Snyderverse thing, which is kind of sad because I think this story is a great story to adapt in live action, but unfortunately we didn't get that. So that's my review of the film and give you some of the insights about the difference between this and the comic book run for Mark Waid. So yeah, thank you guys. Easter eggs.
Okay. All right. Just to wrap this up before we get into plugs.
He dedicates 8 hours a day role-playing as a toddler.
I'm in baby mode on and off all day.
And Jess's daddy is caring for her.
I'm 20, but not really because I'm 5.
Adopted mommy and daddy who are totally comfortable with me being a little girl.
I identify as an 8-year-old girl called Denise. Therefore, I am an 8-year-old girl.
Okay, now here we go. New round here. New shit. Real deal. Andres, right in the spot. Would you smash that chick that was like, I'm 20, but I'm really 5? Give me a 1 to 10 rating. Would you smash that bitch? I smash it. What'd you do?
I would do is leave the StreamYard and never come back at all.
Give me a rating. Or where you be at with just smashing that?
0, if you want me to be honest. So that's my thoughts. Yeah, okay, but disturbing. Anyway, okay. 0 out of 10.
Moving on. I'm sorry, Andres. Have a glass of water. Cyber. Sorry.
Yeah, a glass of water.
Cyber, what's your rating? Would you just smash that chick? It's like, that's it.
I give it a 0 too.
Really?
She's not my type.
I'd smash it.
We know you would. Because we know what you would smash. Pretty much gutter trash. Yeah, I mean, it's all good. It's all good, sir.
That's always true.
It's pretty good. It's good, sir.
Look, when you're successful across the board, you have 10s and 1s and 7s and 5s, Cyber. Either way, bottom line, Andre's pop culture guy, sir. Thank you very much for all the great contributions of the panel, supporting me with the villains on the whole DC comic side during the film. And I apologize, sir. It's just I would have smashed that chick. I understand you wouldn't. I'm drinking Voodoo Ranger Juice Force IPA. So
I think there's more of a chance of Andres smashing Wonder Woman or Starflight or whatever the fuck her name is, or Cheetah in this cartoon animated world than
I would smash the fuck out of Wonder Woman, bro.
I will tell you, I will smash Cheetah. I think that, and she.
I smash Cheetah too, bro.
Yeah, I'll give it 8 out of 10. Star a 9 out of 10. And then Wonder Woman is a 10 out of 10. So Wonder Woman.
Wait a minute, go back. Who, Wonder Woman?
Yeah, Wonder Woman is a 10 out of 10. I will give her.
You would just rock it if you had a chance.
Yeah, exactly.
So, it's on. Like if you get Wonder Woman like squared up, it's on.
Yeah, exactly.
You're hitting it.
Yeah, exactly.
Cyber, your thoughts, sir?
I don't know. I think I see Andres being a little too shy to get on Wonder Woman. I feel like she would just be standing there. And
I would smash Wonder Woman so quick if I could. I would not. I would be like, give me that pussy.
He'd be like, watch her?
Yeah. First of all,
like a tall ass motherfucker. Give me that pussy.
She's gonna control me with the lasso truth, so I'll be.
Oh yeah, that's good foreplay.
Exactly.
Right.
I'll be a slave to her.
Yeah, lasso in there.
Mm-hmm.
Cyber, would she want to hear what the lasso would extract from you?
No. I think I would frighten her.
You think so, sir?
Yes, I know so.
Is it possibly influenced by Voodoo Ranger?
No, it's not possible to be taken by Voodoo Ranger because I'm unlike you. I am not smashed.
All right, either way, y'all. again, folks, thank you for the panel. You guys were great. We appreciate all you out there supporting the fuck on the Bleeding Edge. All you that caught us live. Hit us up and enjoy the fuck out of our video form of this shit. This was great. I'm enjoying the whole, I am. I hope everybody else is on the team. The whole drinking game angle. Justice League Doom review is over. We got it out. It's killed. It's over. Andre's destroyed it. Cyber rocked it out. I'm over here just hanging out drunk. It's all good. Let's get after it. So, bottom line, we're going to plug out. And unfortunately, we don't have Andrea's fucking FetLife, Batman role playing, whatever crazy eyes wide shut shit he does to play out on the plugs.
Excuse me, folks. I am the Batman. So that's not role playing.
You never read the Batman, Andres?
Oh yes, I did. In my timeline.
Well, I'll tell you what. Andres, are we not doing a movie review next weekend?
Yes, this Sunday. So, hello everyone. This is Andreas Pop Culture Guy. This is the channel, Andreas Pop Culture Guy Channel Presents. I'm up to 886 subscribers, so thank you everyone. I recently posted my review on the Lego movie for its 10th anniversary. So, this Sunday coming up, the 18th, right? Me and Jeff are going to review the 22 Jump Street, sequel to 21 Jump Street from 2012, starring Jaden Tatum and Jonah Hill. Great sequel, one of the best comedies ever. I saw that with my dad, and I saw it twice. It's a great film. I am so excited.
Oh, yeah. You know what, Andres? We get pretty solid numbers on our lives.
Yeah, so I'm excited to get back to it. I mean, been super busy, so I'm excited to go back to the live stream. So watch us for this Sunday. I'm gonna create the link tomorrow, hopefully. But yeah, so that's where I'm at.
We've done pretty good, man.
Yeah. I mean, the Don't Be a Menace is the highest so far for us. After
I know how we started, like when we first started live. And what do you think, Cyber? We've done pretty good, right?
Yep.
Thank you, Cyber.
So yeah, that's where we're at right now. So, but I want to thank Jeff. Jeff, you've been a great buddy. Excited to talk to you again with the live streams. So let's do this, man. It's really fun. And please help me and Cyber to reach that mark for 2024. So we can have great subscriber count. So thank you.
Excellent. Cyber, sir, I'll pull you up. Yes, I'm faded. It is true.
How's it going, folks out there? Cyberneticshark here. If you enjoy me here on the Bleeding Edge as a moderator or as a guest on the panel, you can definitely go check out my solo content. You'll find me under Cyberneticshark on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, pretty much anywhere that social media exists. And yeah, if you haven't checked out my stuff, definitely go check it out. My most recent review I put up, of course, is Saltburn. If you have not seen that film, it is a must-to-see. Very interesting film, very crazy. Definitely worth the watch. Also, if you haven't checked out the Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey Part 2 trailer reaction, definitely check that out too. My most recent shorts, of course, are The Irishman and Night Swim and Lift. If you haven't seen those yet, definitely check those little shorts out. Irishman, really fantastic films. Night Swim, really great. Lift was a really great film. All very good. So, yeah, if you haven't seen those, check those out. As always, people, if you have not subscribed, definitely check out and try subscribing. You won't regret it. You'll get a lot of great stuff. And as you can see there, I went up 2 subscribers since the last time I was here, 732 to 734. And yeah, I'll be having more stuff up soon. More trailer reactions for you guys. Movie review, Madam Web eventually. And then, of course, we'll be doing a Madam Web, hopefully, review for you guys on the Bleeding Edge.
Can't wait.
And, you know, we got all that good stuff coming for you guys. So keep on watching. Keep on watching for our new drinking game. And as we experiment and learn how to make it the best it can be, definitely will be picking a better word Friday coming up that will get more drinks in.
And again, folks, I just want to enjoy the fact that I'm really fucked up. I'm enjoying it. This bleeding edge style. The panel's been awesome. Y'all live been awesome. We always appreciate all your support. We're very humbled by it. At the end of the day, we have this Friday the original 1974 Texas Chainsaw Massacre to review. The drinking game will continue. We're doing what? Rum and Cokes, Cyber?
Mm-hmm.
We may change words. We'll have to see.
We will.
Yeah. We will? Okay. So I enjoyed the first version of it. What did you think, Andres, of the drinking game? I know you're drinking water, but what did you think? How did you do?
Pretty good. I think we did a good job. I think we didn't went that far, so that's good. So yeah, I think the drink game is great. So I'm happy for you guys to expand upon it and do something new.
And next time he will be drinking something other than water.
Don't worry, folks. I'll bring Gatorade in next week.
Rum and Cokes, baby. What's up?
Oh my God.
You won't be here on Friday, sir.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. So
we'll work it out. We'll work it out. Either way, no, thanks again, everybody in the panel, Cyber, Andres, we appreciate all you out there. Enjoy the whole entire video. Stick around and watch our review. We did a great job on it. Justice League Doom is in the can. We keep on killing it on DC animated, film reviews. We're out. God bless all of you. We love all of you. This is the MCU'S Bleeding Edge YouTube channel and podcast. Cyberneticshark. Andres the Pop Culture Guy. Time Cop. Time Lord. Cyber Drink twice. Motherfucker.
no more water.
Raven, who's in jail? This is your 3, bitch. What's up? What's good now, motherfucker?
The hoes are laughing?
Yep.
So the audience are a bunch of hoes.
Yep.